Let us discuss about gonioscopy. What is gonioscopy? Gonioscopy enables us to see anterior chamber structures of eye. Enables us to see anterior chamber structures. Chamber structures of eye. So usually, see, this is eye, right? So here you have cornea, here we have lens, right? Here we have pupil. These anterior structures we cannot see. This anterior structure, trabecular mesopark, uh, all these structures we cannot see because the light from here, the light ray going from here will get internal reflected. Okay, so if we have to see anterior structures, this internal reflection should not happen. Clear? Why we are not seeing anterior structures? Because because of internal reflection at the cornea. Okay, this light ray which is coming from anterior chamber structures is getting internally reflected. Clear? Due to this we are not able to see these structures. If we want to see these structures, this internal reflection should not happen. Clear? This internal reflection should not happen. How can we avoid this internal reflection? Okay, let's see. So in order to see in anterior chamber structures, we have to avoid this internal reflection. To avoid this internal reflection, what we are doing here is we are trying to change this angle. Okay, we are trying to change this angle of incidence. How can we change this angle of incidence? This can be avoided. This can be changed by changing the interface of cornea and ear. Okay, cornea and ear. Okay, this is cornea. Clear? We have to change the medium here. We have to change ear cornea interface so that this angle of incidence will change. Okay, this can be done by placing a medium in front of cornea. This medium should have same refractive index as that of cornea, so that this angle of incidence will change and ultimately internal reflection will not happen. That will enable us to see anterior chamber structures. Clear? So for this what we are doing, this is cornea, right? This is cornea. What we are doing is we are placing a contact lens here. What is this? This is contact lens. This contact lens has got same refractive index that of cornea. Okay, so when light falls here at the cornea, this goes through the contact lens also. It goes through this contact lens also, because both contact lens and cornea has got same refractive index. Clear? So now this light ray, instead of getting internally reflected, it is going out of the eye, because we are changing the angle of incidence by placing contact lens in front of cornea. Clear? Now this light ray is getting out and it is visible to the ophthalmologist. Clear? So I hope I am able to convey the principle here. Okay, we are avoiding internal reflection by placing a contact lens in front of cornea. Clear? This gonioscopy is of two types: indirect gonioscopy and direct gonioscopy. Let's see the direct gonioscopy. See, I told you we are avoiding internal reflection by placing a contact lens in front of a cornea. Okay, and this after placing the contact lens, this light ray is getting out and it is visible to the ophthalmologist. Clear? So here, if the ophthalmologist sees this light ray directly, then it is direct gonioscopy. If the ophthalmologist sees this light ray after getting reflected from a mirror, then it is indirect gonioscopy. Clear? Here in direct gonioscopy, what is happening here is the ophthalmologist is directly seeing the refracted light ray. Clear? Whereas in indirect the ophthalmologist is seeing the reflected light ray from the mirror. So let's write it in direct. What does the ophthalmologist doing? It is seeing reflected light ray from mirror. Whereas in this is indirect. Clear? In indirect, the ophthalmologist is seeing the reflected light ray from mirror, whereas in direct is seeing direct light ray. Clear? This is about direct and indirect. Let's see the structures that we can see by this gonioscopy. The structures that we can see in gonioscopy are root of iris, the first structure. Second is anterior medial surface of ciliary body. Anterior medial surface of ciliary body. Third is scleral spurs. What is this scleral spurs? This is the indentation of sclera into anterior chamber. Okay, so we have sclera, right? This sclera intends into the anterior chamber. This is called scleral spur. Okay, next trabecular meshwork and Sclemen canal and square line. Okay, square line. What is this? This is actually a line present on cornea. Remember this, an internal surface of cornea. You have a line, anatomical line. This line is called square line. Clear? Remember that. So these are the structures that we can see. One is root of iris. Second one is anterior medial surface of ciliary body, scleral pulse, trabecular meshwork, Sclemen canal, square line. Clear? Where do we use this gonioscopy? This gonioscopy can be useful in classification of glaucoma. Okay, based on appearance of gonioscopy, we can classify glaucoma. Okay, then localization of foreign body. Localization of foreign body in the anterior chamber. Foreign body. Demonstration of anterior synapse. To see anterior synapse. Peripheral anterior synapse. Right? In this can be useful in goniotomy. As all of us know, what is goniotomy? Goniotomy is a surgical procedure in which we use gonioscopy. Clear? In goniotomy also we can use this gonioscopy. Based on appearance of these structures, we can grade the angle of anterior chamber. Okay, we can grade the anterior chamber angle based on the structures we see in the gonioscopy. So if the angle is 0, then we cannot see any structures. in gonioscopy. If the angle is less than 10, then also we cannot see any structures. If the angle is 10, then we can see only square base line. Square base line. Okay, if the what we have to understand here is, for us to see the structures in the anterior chamber, the minimum angle should be 10. Okay, if the angle is less than 10, we cannot see any structures. If the angle is 10, we can see only square base line. Clear? If the angle is 20, then we can see one more structure, that is trabecular muscle. Along with square base line, we can see along with skull line we can also see trabecular muscle if the angle is 20. If the angle is 30, then we can see one more third structure, that is scleral pores. Scleral pores. If the angle is 40, then we can see one more structure, that is ciliary body band. Okay, so we can remember these structures in order. One is, first we can see skull line, second we can see trabecular muscle, third we can see scleral pores, fourth we can see ciliary body band. Clear? So these are the structures that we can see in anterior chamber depending on angle. Okay, thank you for watching.